Yep, didn't see you there. So on tonight's episode of You Gotta Want It, we're working on I think this is an 01 Polaris, and the other one's an 03. Anyway, I'm sure it doesn't matter. These, by the way, are the skis we got coming for the 2001. Built in 2000. It's an 01 model year, I have been told. Hardy Cat ZR600 carb. And those came today. Those are my Bilsteins for the Tacoma. So that'll be a little while still. But hey, on to tonight's episode. Why isn't my light on? Oh, my light is on. We're underneath here. So the shock came out. Came out with sheer force of nature. So we need to put that wheel on there. That bar goes in the bolt hole below. And we're going to grease some things. I think I'll oil the coil spring. And I think what I'll do is I'll take the old gear oil pumper and just stick the hose up in there and just wiggle it around and squirt it everywhere. So that should help with the issues. Somehow. Oh, and so these adjustable clicker types, they're pretty cool actually. You can just adjust how much so basically what it's doing is, I guess there's air in the shock to push the shock all the way out to extend, and it's pushing. I'm not sure how it works. There's a cylinder in there. There's oil on the one side of the cylinder, and then there's an orifice. So basically you're closing off the orifice. That means the shock can only compress at a certain speed and only expand at a certain speed. So it doesn't give it more pressure. It just slows the reaction down. So if you put the clicker on number 9 or something. Yeah, number 9. Yeah. 6, 8. That's upside down. That must be a 9. Anyway, if you put it on number 9 and push on it, I mean, it's got like 50 pounds of thrust or so. About what the spring shop, or about what the guy in Minnesota said. The shock shop in Minnesota. About what he said it should be. So, basically, then put it on 0 and it goes in and out. I don't know, kind of like you'd expect. I've got a couple shocks around here we could play with and sort of see what they do. It's sort of like this. If you take a shock. Well, maybe this thing is. There it is. It's, reasonably slow. It's kind of slow the reaction down. So basically that's like this on 0. It's kind of reasonable, And then on 9, it's like, nah, nope, not gonna move. And that's why it felt like somebody was literally sticking their triple E's right in your rear end. So I suspect it was cranked all the way up. So if we want more height on the rear or whatnot, or we'll just crank up the spring tension. So basically where we're at now is just reassemble the last few bits. And then one major decision is, do we or do we not change the gasket? So, alright, so kind of got a little bit distracted there listening to Firepunk Diesel the series they're doing, talking about how they got into the industry, and their first stories was not UCC, but what's it called? Diesel Power Challenge. Actually, I got Diesel Power Magazine. That's how I got a hold of them, and then a number of years later, I got my first phone and got internet and YouTube and found those guys on there after a little while. And so they have been a very big part of my personal story on motorsports. And as you know, I'm at heart very much a diesel guy at heart. I would say that just the way things are right now, we're not financially able to. We could probably buy a diesel truck, but being able to maintain and actually do anything fun with it without making life more stressful, we're not there yet. So anyway, what we've gotten done, pulled the head bolts out. So we'll wire wheel these and see, if there's a copper washer or anything on there. This one here looks a little green. So I did notice on the piston over here, it says Aus. Aus is German for out. So obviously it points toward the exhaust. We got coolant everywhere. I tried to blow some of it out, just so we don't have to deal with it. It's kind of hard to blow. So anyway, I got the little pick here and clean out all the O-rings. So basically what I need to do is turn the camera off and take the hose and try and clean that out. Let's see. Oh, the head. That's where it was. I see somebody grenaded a piston on one of these sides here. So this motor's been around the block a couple times or two. I feel a little bit of a nick there, so probably take my knife or something to smooth that off. The head looks pretty good as far as all that. I don't think we'll sand it or anything. I really don't see a reason for it to be boiling coolant. Yeah, because that's the only where it really interfaces with the coolant is in here. So we're gonna see if we can. I was gonna try and maybe we'll use this little brush and try and brush the grooves out. We could wet that with some acetone and just go around there and scrub that. So I don't know if y'all want to watch it or not. I do have a tripod for that purpose somewhere. Oh, there it is. So like this little nick here, kind of want to fix all those. I mean, it'd be great to run across this with a sander or something, but I got a sheet of sandpaper on a piece of glass, so we might do that. Probably not go too crazy on it though, maybe a scratch or two. So this one's dirty, that one's clean. So usually you could tell where it might be escaping combustion, but looks fairly well clamped in my opinion. There's a little bit of this gaskety stuff still stuck on here. Be good to get that off, but other than that, we'll open up the gasket pack and figure out where to put the sticker. Yeah. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so here's my 200 grit and the 80. So I start off with the 80 and then finish on the 200. I'm just kidding. I would start on the 80 if, if I had a head that was, of course, like Cub Cadet Kohler K-Series heads, they're usually beyond the pale of imagination. They are wrecked. So, no, this time just started with 200. Do a squirt of the old acetone. I don't know what's in these spark plugs, but I mean, even if we get some in the coolant passages there. Alright, so that looks really flat, man. You can even see where I dragged the dragged the air nozzle on it. So we went in there and just kind of took off any sharp corners. Oh, I still feel it right here. Ah, what is it with that? I see it too now. Alright, we're going to get rid of that. So I still got the grinder right here. There we go. Yep, that took. Alright, I don't feel any of that anymore. Man, I can't wait to pin the throttle on her. So that's what we got for machining. With a little bit of a mark right in here. Right there. And that's mostly gone. So, I don't know. It's really hard, man, to get any of this right. So what we can do is we can, ooh, that burns. I got a little bit of a ingrown or something going on. So basically we just need to clean out the O-ring grooves again. Alright, so I got that one, looks pretty good. This rag's getting damp from all the water we've been collecting with it. So this is our sealing surface. Thing of it is, I can't really tell how good of a picture you're getting, but you can see consistent, not a crosshatch pattern, because it definitely is not that. But one thing I'll guarantee that's as flat as we can get it with the machinery we have. So, alright, I think we should I'm gonna see if we got one of these little get some baby clothing. So I don't know if her littlest one is outgrowing stuff or what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's stuff from my family. Alright. It's a pretty good vantage point if it doesn't get knocked down. Pull that through there. Probably work far to near. Okay, let's wipe the big one. Maybe it's a 500. Alright, well, they screwed up majorly on these. See if there's anything else in here. Nope, that's all they gave us. So, there is a trick we can do. Hope I can get my money back on these. This is one of those pretty shitty late night deals, you know. Or you do stuff you know you probably shouldn't. So if you don't know, you can actually buy an O-ring kit where you get a whole kit, and the kit comes with O-ring rope, and then you cut it to length, super glue the ends. And hey, boom, presto, you got yourself your very own custom O-ring. Alright, that ought to work. I think we'll do the same with this. So, the reason we got a little bit of problems with our super glue is I got both gel and regular. So I just grabbed the one that had a little bit of whiteness around the cap. That's usually a good sign it's been opened. Alright, so Very good, very good. These guys from the middle will have to try and get them warm and stretchy. This is going to be a pain. I really don't know what else to do. I kind of need this thing. Over here picking copper washers off the head. I guess we could leave those as well, so. These have got to be big enough so they'll not shrink. Okay, that's not. We also can't fool around too long or we'll have worn out, dried up super glue. So I don't know if these O-rings are for 500 or what the deal is, but there we go. That looks like it's fitting pretty good there. Maybe it's just so cold up north. Alright, we're gonna set this on here. Well, that's a fine how do you do. So So the only thing we haven't done yet here is get the actual Torx back. I was gonna plan this better, but I guess I didn't. So here we are. Alright, we gotta cut the video so I can have my phone and get the actual Torx back. Alright, we're ready to get cranking. Might as well show you what I got done in the intervening minutes. So we got that torqued down, and because we took away lubrication from the rings and whatnot, I dumped some two-stroke in the spark plug holes and then turned it over. I just gave it a couple pulls. We're trying to top off the antifreeze as the water pump starts pulling everything through. This should work as long as it doesn't fall over. There's antifreeze everywhere. So the jug's there with the top off. The can is in. I don't really know what else there is to do. Turn the gas on and start pulling. So get our fancy painted carbs in. I don't know really what else to say. The rear end is jacked up off the ground. Well, by long shot, way more than necessary for sure. So that's basically it. So let's get cranking. See if we can hear this old girl rip to life. Man, I'm excited. I worked a long time for this. Alright, so gotta move up the old idle speed. Alright guys, we got enough smoke going on in here. I think it's time we take this outside. Man, this is exciting. I might be able to grab the old action cam and get some action stuff too while we're at it, but come on, door. Alright, now we got 3 running sleds. And man, does that trail can ever sound good. I don't think I've ever heard that trail can sound that good. Ever. Start a fire, eh? See what we can do with the skidoo. I want to just push it out of the way now. We could probably just grab it and drag it out. Drag it on up here. Wow. Alrighty, guys. That's the end of the episode, possibly, or it's long enough already, so I need to get out of here. I can't breathe in there. So this might be the end of the episode unless we get some action cam footage, but it's pitch dark out and it's almost probably 11 or 12 o'clock now. So yeah, it's one way to start your week. Just right into her. So all that antifreeze and exhaust and whatnot. So I got to get it out in, maybe take a little rip with it. I'm out of antifreeze now, so I guess we'll run what's in it. I think it's got to be very nearly full. So we'll probably go get some more pre-stone tomorrow or sometime. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. You know what to do. Like it. See ya.